Part 2. What is the most messed up thing your parents have done to you? Unsurprisingly, Brittany was sitting there. She didn't even look me in the eye as we sat down. She just nodded her head as if to simply acknowledge my arrival. As my dad sat down, he started shooting out multiple questions. What you've been up to? Are you in school? How's it going? I got annoyed and told him, stop wasting my time with these questions. What do you want from me? He responded, well, before we tell you, can we explain how all of this happened? I said, sure. He explained that they never interacted with each other when Brittany was in school. Brittany only knew about him because her friends would take pictures of him before gym class started and share them with everyone. It was Brittany who approached him at a bar. He didn't recognize her. So she told him she went to the high school he works at and graduated recently. My dad was lonely and jokingly told her he wouldn't tell anyone that she wasn't 21 as long as she hung out with him. They exchanged numbers and made a promise to hang out with each other. He said he knew that I wouldn't be comfortable with him seeing a peer of mine. So he kept it a secret and convinced himself it was going to be a short and casual relationship. Eventually, the relationship got serious. When he was hanging out at her house, he asked her about introducing her to me. She told him it wasn't a good idea. He responded by saying, I'd get over the age gap relationship. She was forced to come clean about the relationship I had with her in high school. That's when my dad started tearing up and his voice was shaking. He said he was in shock about what he had done. He couldn't sleep at night because of the guilt. He couldn't even look at me without feeling immense guilt. He had her blocked on his phone. After a week, she sent him a message on Facebook to at least meet him once. He obliged. She showed up with roses and begged for forgiveness. She even said she'll apologize to me in person and that she's a changed person. He took her back. The next was the day he invited her to dinner. My dad burst into tears and begged me to forgive him for hurting me. He then said these 2 years have been painful for him. Finally, Brittany spoke and admitted, he misses you like crazy, dude. He still needs you in his life. My dad then said, I'm sorry for being an awful father. We want to make it up to you. We're moving to California, and we want you to come with us. We will foot the bill for your education and everything else. You won't have to work at all. You'll have a permanent place in our home. I don't know what the hell came to me, but I started laughing like crazy, like a madwoman. It was the most ridiculous proposition. Now, this part is what makes me the monster. This is what I really came there for after I calmed down. This is what I said to him. Dad, you must be a delusional piece of crap if you think I'll ever forgive you. You are dead to me for good. The only acknowledgement you'll get from me is me pissing on your grave when you pass away. Then he was hysterically crying. I got up from the table and left the restaurant. Only a minute after walking to the parking lot, I hear my dad screaming at Brittany to stop following me. I really wanted this confrontation. The moment she grabbed my shirt, I turned around and sucker punched her in the face. She dropped on the road with her mouth bleeding. My dad came to physically restrain her from hurting me until she calmed down. I told them, this is what I think about your proposal. It's been 4 hours now since the incident. I know deep down I should be ashamed of myself, but I feel amazing inside. I don't know if adrenaline can last that long. It feels like I took my power back.